All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington Redskins and the Houston Texans. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
H3, 218, chopper. Bravo! 54.
To throw on second down. Love. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. That catch good for 5. It's third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
On fourth down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
This is it. 218. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Look. Like 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. You remember me? Let's go, baby. 26. Alert 3.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. We've become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division, every year, is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
It's been a long day for you. Watch tight end. Tight right.
Throwing on third down, Watson. And it's complete. Henry. A good pick up there at 20 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance. A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
19. Who's coming? Mike. 9. I got you. Mike 22. Mike 22. Watch that. Echo. Mike 22. He's coming. 22's coming. Mike. 9.
To throw on third down. Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Call it no gain on the dump off, and it's third down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, Love. And able to find Kirk complete.
Here we go.
We're scoreless after 1. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's third down.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Open man is Kirk, complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
Ready.
Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Right there, 54, right there, 54. Yes! Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. 2, fellas, let's go. Mike's 54. Mike,
They'll try and throw for it here. He's going to loft it. Deep right. He's got it at the 15. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown as his guys are on the board first here tonight. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
This will be taken very short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston 1st down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. To throw again on 2nd down. Watson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. 3rd and long, it's Watson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's 1st down. Back to throw. Love. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Miles Boykin, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 20.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. To throw is Watson. And an alley to run. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And the Redskins scoop it. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, well, he had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic. Down to lose one.
Throwing again. Love swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. A final shot before break. Love. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken short. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Being chased out left. He'll run it. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
31.
Out of the gun, Watson. Got a man, Slayton. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. First target, first catch at a first down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Tackle was made by Joel Iyiegbuniwe. To throw on 2nd and 6. Watson, and that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Redskins scoop it. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings us one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. 2nd and 9 now. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there because trying it is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. From 13 yards out. And the Redskins capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 28-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, Houston. Matt Breida. with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Texans get a bit closer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Get in the weight room. Switch. Watch it.
Operating from the gun. Love. That is incomplete.
Love's pass. Incomplete on the throwaway. It's 3rd down.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. From the gun, Love. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the first down in the process. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
At the 47-yard line.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This to equal Matt Prater's record. It's a 64-yard attempt. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do?
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Red. Ken Lobo. Oh, you got D? Watch left. Watch left. Turn. Jackrabbit. Jackrabbit. Ready, go.
Throwing on first down. Love. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
The Redskins on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Again, they'll run with Freeman. Yeah, Freeman was trying to work his way forward, but I don't think he got there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play caller. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw again on second down. Watson. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. And I do know a few guys are going to...
Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This will be taken short. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Texans cut into that lead. Deshaun Watson, he's a lot of fun to watch in the pocket, but when he's forced out of the pocket like that, he can make those big plays downfield.
Almost a bad thing when you're pass rushing and you force a Deshaun Watson out of the pocket. He creates extra time. He has the poise to keep his eyes downfield and locate receivers, and it turns into a little bit of a scramble drill for the defensive backs. Where is everyone? And Deshaun Watson finds his target for a big, big play.
And this is going to be covered up by the Redskins. Oh, nice move at midfield. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Watch safety green. Watch safety green.
Freeman again. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Redskins, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Houston, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.